So welcome to the 33rd and 34th session Principles of Management course. So in this session, we will cover the area of decision, decision making, and the process or the steps involved in the decision making process. So in the previous class or in the previous session, actually we discussed about the various skills required for the managers. So at the end of this particular session, so you will be able to understand the concept of decision making, characteristics of decision making, as well as the steps or the process of decision making. So basically, we know that every individuals or organization has to take one or other decisions. So when there will be alternatives, they have to take one particular decisions. So decision will come when there will be a choice between the alternatives. So one of the most important functions of the manager is to take the decisions. So as per the Professor Herbert Simon, the process of managing as a process of decision making. So if you want to manage the organization, timely decisions are very important. So when you go for the terminologies, so decision is nothing but choice made from the available alternatives. For example, you want to make uh, you want to make choose of the mobile, or you want to go for choose of the vehicles, or when you have to make choose of the dress. So a lot of alternatives are available. So among the alternatives you have to make a choice. So in that case you have to take a decision. So decision making is process of identifying the problems as well as the opportunities and resolving them. So you have find the alternatives, will search information, will analyze that, and after that you will make the decision. So coming to some definitions with respect to the decision making. So basically I think the orientation with respect to the decisions coming from maybe the decision are taken on the basis of intuition. ಇಂಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ನಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ನ ಆಧಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ನಿರ್ಧಾರಗಳನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತದ್ದಾಗ್ತದೆ. And some decisions are based on rationality. Rationality means a proper logical uh, consequences will be applied there, well planned, and you will collect information, analyze that, and after that you are taking the decision. And the third one is the bounded rationality. Means you will collect information, but actually with the limited time you are taking decisions. After that, sometimes whatever the decisions you taken, so you have a regret for that, because if you wait for some alternatives, so you may uh, take better decision. So decision, actually the word derived from the Latin word decider, which means cutting off. So the definitions given by George Terry: decision making is the selection based on some criteria from two or more possible alternatives. Means when there is a choice, then only there is a scope for the decisions. So when you think about characteristics of the decision making concept, as usual in the definition we covered that decision making implies that when there are various alternatives to solve a particular problem, or to arrive at a particular expected results. So among the alternatives, you have to make the decision. And decision making always goal oriented. Means you should have some objectives. To achieve that objectives, you are taking the decision. And I told that in the orientation, always decision making may not be rational. Sometimes decision can be taken on emotional basis, judgmental, or like a intuition. So we are saying like a gut feeling. Gut feeling means based on some kind of our subconscious feeling. We are going for the decisions. So here, as usual, we are saying that decision making is an intellectual process because a lot of groundwork is involved in that. Analyzing is required, and decision may be expressed in words or may be implied from the behavior. And next one is choosing from among the alternatives. Alternative course of operation implies uncertainty about the final results of each possible course of the operations. And it is very, we can say that rational. It is very rational. So next we will discuss about the importance of the decision making. So why decisions are very important? So right from the day when the organization or business and it reaches the large level. So in the complex environment, so decisions are very important. So decision making is necessary for every organization to meet or to face the business situations. So we can say that decision making is blend of thinking, deciding, as well as the actions. So when you go to certain points here, so implementation of the managerial functions. So whatever the organizing or whatever the planning actually we will make. So in order to implement that, so we have to take the decisions. And second point is it is pervasive in nature actually. It is applicable to all the levels. We can't say that decision making is happening only at the top level. No, it is also applicable to the middle level as well as to the lower level. Next point is evaluation of the managerial performance. So you can analyze, you can evaluate to what extent the results are achieved based on the decisions. Next, it helpful in planning as well as formulation of policies, selecting the best alternatives, successful operation of the business, and as well as to utilize the resources very effectively. So some resources are very scarce, so these resources should be handled very carefully and very important to face the challenges. So these are the importance of the decision making process. So next we will continue with the steps or the process in the decision making. So if you take the example of choice of the cell phone, for example nowadays the students or any customer, so they want to buy a cell phone. So lots of alternatives are available in the market, correct? So lots of brands are available. So you can go for Samsung or you can go for like Apple iPhones or Motorola. So number of brands are available. So how you will come to a particular brand? So that is a decision you will take. So lots of efforts, lots of groundworks are required. So systematically we will discuss that the decision making process. So the step by step method of taking decision. The first one is identification of the problem as well as diagnosing that. Second one, you go for identification of the alternatives because the one problem can be solved in many ways. Next, evaluate the alternatives based on certain factors. So you will give some weightages for that. Next, the choice of the best alternatives, the implementation, and last one, the follow-up and the evaluation will take place. So the first point is a diagrammatic representation of the process. So in the first process, you will identify the problem. So there is one famous quotation: "A problem well defined is half solved." Means if the real problem is actually found out, so whatever the money or the time or efforts is required, it will not go waste. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸರಿಯಾದ ಒಂದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು ತುಂಬಾ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡಯಾಗ್ನೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಡಯಾಗ್ನೈಸಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ the real problem should be analyzed. So the manager also must take a note of the immediate as well as the long-term consequences of the problems. If you take the example, for a example, the company might want to grow rapidly. So company want to grow, company want to expand this business. So this is the problem identified here. So in which way the company can grow, how they can capitalize the market opportunities. So in the next step, we'll analyze the alternatives. Before that, there are some symptoms. For example, like low morale of employees. The reason may be the lack of communication between the management and subordinates, or high employee turnover. The reason may be, or problem may be because of the rate of payment. The rate of the salary is very low, or the employees are frequently absent to the work because employees believe that they are not valued. So these are some symptoms in our company, and you have to find the problem for that. Then only we will come to the decision. So in the second case, you should find the alternatives. So I told you, problem can be solved in several ways. So all the ways cannot be equally satisfying. So it's like developing a course of action, we are saying. So if you develop the course of action, it will help the manager to make the right decisions. So now I think the example we discussed here for the expansion of business. So company can expand in various ways. They can acquire, they can merge with other companies, they can establish in a foreign country, like a overseas facility they can go for, or they can use the agent to market and distribute their product abroad, or they can diversify their existing product line. So the product depth also increased. Next, evaluation of the alternatives. So here the pros and cons of each alternative should be analyzed. Actually, the strength and weakness, we can say that based on certain criteria or weights. For example, you want to purchase the mobile. So various parameters, various criteria are used for evaluation. Like for example, the battery backup or the RAM or maybe the camera, or maybe the version, the Android version, or the system, operating system. So giving weightages and making the evaluation. So the evaluation can be done in various factors. For example, I think the risk involved in that, or availability of the resources, or the situations, or experience. So based on various factors, I think the decision can be evaluated. So once the alternatives are selected, so now we are going for implementation. So once the decisions are taken, actually, the decision must be translated into action. It is called as a decisions must put into the effect. So sometimes the decision often fail at the implementation stage because the managers do not ensure that the people understand the rationale behind the decisions. So once the decisions are implemented, so we will select the best decision and implement the decision, and finally there is a need of a follow-up. So follow-up is required to check the results whether the decision is worked out or not. Actually, in almost all the cases, some form of adjustment is required. So getting the evaluation or feedback are necessary for evaluation of the decisions. So here is the conclusion with respect to the decision as well as decision making process. So we can conclude that decision making is the integral part of the management, as the survival and growth of business is depend upon the quality of the decision making, and it's not a one time activity, and it is a continuous activity. Thank you.